I'm Ayan Broomfield, former NCAA tennis champion, now focused on diversifying tennis through outreach and philanthropy. I owe my path to trailblazers before me who broke barriers. Today, a new generation is rising, bold and ready to change the game. In this series, I'll share stories from the women shaping tennis's future, both on and off the court. This is Breaking Through with Ayan Broomfield. Sitting here on this stoop, it reminds me of childhood, just like watching cartoons and stuff. Where were you born?
I was born in Long Beach, California.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a West Coast gal.
Cali girl?
Not many stairs like this in Cali, but...
Did you do the whole like surfer girl thing or?
No.
No?
No, not at all. I'm trying to now, just because it's fun and I love being outdoors,
Yeah.
but I am a West Coast girl to my core.
Really?
Yeah.
LA more than New York?
Yes. Yeah. It's just a lot more chill. Even now I step outside my hotel, it's 9 a.m. and it's just wild. It's the hustle and bustle here is too much for me.
I feel like I need that a little bit though, because
Really?
I was in LA, I went to UCLA, I stayed there for 3-4 years, and then I lived in LA for like 3-4 years. And I'm like, it's a little bit too slow. I need the grind. I need to keep going.
Yeah, but I love to sleep in. So 9 a.m. is early for me, and I feel like, okay, I'm really seizing the day, and I come outside and there's so many people doing everything.
That's so Cali.
I'm like, no, I'm actually not.
But I feel like for tennis players, the early morning, like you have to get used to an early morning, like with practices and travel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and now that I'm playing more doubles, earlier is better because then you can get the match courts, you get better practice times, but it's just getting up at that hour for me.
You say you play more doubles, so you played singles before and you transitioned more to doubles. Can you take me all the way back to how this even started? Like when you got the first racket in your hand, bring me back.
Okay, I was 8.
Okay.
And I started because my cousin, she played tennis, and she actually ended up going to play for Howard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, university. So she was like the sister I had never had. So that's how I started, and I started at the Andre Agassi Boys and Girls Club.
Cool.
Which was really cool because it was actually in an area where tennis was not really heard of. It was predominantly black area and low income area. So it was weird. And my parents wanted to take me there because we were fortunate enough to live in a really nice area in Las Vegas, a nicer area. So they always wanted me to make sure I knew where, I came from and to be really grateful for what I had. So that's where I started playing tennis and started doing really well. So it kind of just graduated from there. And then my coach and I got to travel for a year, and Andre actually funded the whole year.
Andre Agassi.
Yeah, when my first year on tour, and him and his agent at the time, Perry Rogers.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I've had the same coach too, Tim. He's been my coach since I was 11. That's when he started at the Andre Agassi Boys and Girls Club, and we've been, going strong since then, and he's still my coach, and just kind of that, I'm just so grateful for where I started, and that was just such a huge start for my career.
Wow, an opportunity. I think back at the fact that it's the 75th year anniversary since Althea Gibson broke the color barrier here at the Open, and when I think about it, I think about the fact that she got that opportunity and made the most of it, but she also provided the platform for other people to have the opportunity. And one opportunity can change someone's entire life. And Andre doing that for you and helping you out kind of catapulted your tennis career. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a great example. So I think that kind of, mixes really well, and it's really nice to look back and just appreciate that. It's easy to just keep looking forward, especially with tennis. You play a match, you play a tournament, the next week you have another one. So it's really easy to just keep going and not really stop and pause and be grateful. So I do really try and do that. And it's wild to like go back in Vegas where I started, and it's just like, whoa, like, this is really cool. Because it wasn't planned, it was kind of something that my parents would drop us off at after school. My brothers played basketball there in the basketball part of the club. So it's just, none of it was planned. It just happened, and I'm really grateful that I had that support.
You talk about having a different tournament every single week, and it's one of the things that I admire about you guys is that you can play a tournament, you could win the entire tournament, you could lose first round, you could have the most incredible match or most terrible match, and you just have to let it roll up your back. Me, when I was playing, if I lost a bad match, that would linger. It's just one thing after another. It's just a trickle effect, and it was something that I really had to work on. But you guys do such an incredible job at just keep keep on going and just keep pushing, and like the perseverance is incredible. It's insane.
Yeah, no, for sure you have to, but it's still a work in progress every day. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't take some losses much harder, and you kind of rethink, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But you kind of have to just keep rolling with the punches, and at the same time, really grateful that tennis, you do get so many opportunities.
Right.
Like, people, I don't know if this is just a good positive mindset to help you keep going, but it's like, okay, next week. Like, there's always next week.
Yeah.
There's other sports that it's not that. Like, they're waiting and they're competing for the Olympics every year, and it's not every week, you know?
Yeah.
So when you look at it like that, bigger picture, it helps a lot.
I really feel like you're maximizing your career. Obviously, you had your singles, you did so well in singles, and now you're absolutely crushing it in doubles. I personally like doubles a lot more than singles. I think it's really, for me, when I was playing, I like feeding off of my partner. I like feeling like there's someone out there with you, grinding through the ups and downs. But it was definitely tough having a consistent partner. That's how I felt when I was trying to play pro doubles. I'm like, it's so tough to get into this, because every week you have to find a new partner, or something happens, they can't go, the costs, sharing a coach. It was just so difficult. How did you make that transition so seamless?
Yeah, I mean, there are challenges, hey? Just trying to find someone that you, first of all, get along with.
Yeah.
When you're sharing the court with this person, it's tough at times, and you want someone that you can feel comfortable with and talk to. So last year is when I really started, and with doubles players, they are on it so early, finding partners.
Yeah.
So by the time I've decided to chill on the singles, there weren't really any people for me to play with for like the whole year.
Wow.
So I mixed around a lot,
Okay.
Which was also fun, you know, it was whatever. And I actually did pretty well, and I was able to win with different partners, which I think is tough too.
Yeah.
So that was really good to learn those things about myself. And then this year, found a partner that I could play with for the whole year. And it's been really nice. I'm playing with Demi. She's from the Netherlands. She's so chill, which is what I need. I'm a very chill person.
Okay.
So it's really nice that she's really chill. She's so professional. She works really hard. She's so organized. So I feel you want to get those things in a partner. It makes it so much easier for yourself. So I think that's been the best part, and I'm really happy that it's worked out like that.
Have you played with some of the younger women of color that are coming up, like a Clervy or Haley, any of them?
So this year at BJK Cup,
Okay.
I got to practice with Haley.
Okay.
We didn't get to play the match because honestly, our girls in singles, including Haley, killed it. So we didn't even need
there was
to.
No need.
We didn't even need to. But she's so fun. I really do want to play with her. And then a couple of years ago, Clervy was in the UK playing some tournaments, and we were gonna play the same singles tournament, but she ended up winning it and then didn't have to play it. So we didn't play. But no, I would love to, and I would love to just be able to play with them. And I'm just a little bit older, so I think I could offer them some experience.
No, sure,
they advice.
Really look up to you. I mean, obviously you've carried the torch for so many years, and I don't know, I think of like Serena, I think of Venus, and kind of taking the torch from Althea Gibson, and then you guys taking it from Serena and Venus. What do you think about the next crop of young Americans, or just young players in general?
Yeah, I mean, young players in general, but I think Americans, and even specifically the African Americans, I think it's a very, very solid group.
Right.
I'm really impressed by how well these girls even carry themselves. And they're just incredible. I got to spend the day with Clervy yesterday, just not even on purpose. We did a clinic and then got to go to some events. Just, it's so hectic before US Open with all of that, but she's just so cool. She's so fun, her energy. I mean, like I've never really hung out with her, but it's like, you're so young. And also it's funny when she talks about people younger than her.
Right, she's like 2.
Yeah, she's legit 19, and we're talking about this girl who is doing well at Super Nationals and stuff. She's like, oh, she's so young. Like, I'm like, Clervy, like, know your audience. No, so they're so nice. They're really nice and
humble.
Very humble, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I hope I can play with them a little more. Like, it's not like I'm really playing singles much, so I don't practice with them.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can play some dubs.
Yeah. What do you like the most about doubles in general?
I mean, it's so much easier on your body.
Girl,
I'm getting up there.
I finished college, I had a band on every ligament. Like, it was too much, but definitely easier on the body.
It is, and it's nice. I struggled a lot with being so lonely playing singles, so it's nice when you're playing doubles, not even on court, but you're just traveling. You have someone that you're there traveling with, which helps a lot. So I would say that, and I honestly feel doubles has saved my career. Like I can play a lot
Wow.
longer than what I probably would have.
Really?
Because of doubles.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
I see that a lot, that people are just like prolonging their careers. And I think it's amazing because, again, we talk about representation and Althea Gibson and how she, represented for Black women. And I think people looking up to you and seeing you on the doubles court as well is really powerful.
Yeah, I hope so. And I mean, it's not that many either there for
exactly.
representation. So I feel that's important. Man, I loved when Tay and I would play. When I was
my
younger,
favorite.
it makes me feel like the whole Venus Serena type thing. But I love playing with Tay, and I mean, she's #1 in the world right now, which
Killing
is
it.
amazing.
Right.
It's awesome, and that's history right there.
Right.
So I'm really proud of all of us and what's happening.
Who were your kind of mentors when you were growing up?
Yeah. I mean, I got to spend some time with Venus and Serena.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, it was Fed Cup at the time.
Okay.
Long time ago. We got to, myself and another girl, Brittany Augustine. I don't know if you remember her.
I don't think I remember her.
Yeah, her mom was from Trinidad. Anyway, we got picked to go and kind of hang around and probably be annoying to them and just see what was going on at Fed Cup and got to hang out with Venus and Serena.
Amazing.
And I remember my job was to watch Venus's dog. So I took that very seriously. Same dog.
Chip.
Yeah.
No, it's Chip Serena's or?
No, Chip I think might be
Serena's dog.
Yeah. What's Venus's? It's like if I heard it, I would know.
Harold. We've been told it's Harold.
Maybe it's Harold.
Okay, Venus.
I don't know. I feel like it looks the same. Maybe it's not the same, but
I hope it's Harold, but we love Harold.
I will say I did a very good job.
Venus is playing in DC, and I was like, I need to see this live. I snuck up to like the 300 level, and I'm just like watching her in awe. And she's
in awe. And
grinding.
And still so fit. It's like
this is the thing.
Because we're obviously used to seeing her from when she was younger and coming, on tour and playing. But it's like, yeah, she's older, but she's still just an amazing athlete.
Yeah.
Unreal, carries herself unbelievably.
Unbelievably.
And it's just, watching her, I just get goosebumps. Watching now, it's really cool to see.
When she said she was coming back for the insurance, floored. Floored.
I was like, she's like,
but real, she's just like
everyone else. Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. And I mean, it's crazy to just see, even when I came on tour, I played my first US Open in 2008. For the 91s, like my age group,
right.
I might have been the only one, like I'm for sure the only one still kind of competing now, but even then there weren't that many of us competing. I got a wild card, and I remember being so nervous, and I don't want to say alone, but it's just so wild to where I am now, and then to look back at that, like, wow, that was so long ago, and so many things have changed.
What kind of changes have you seen with Black women on tour and like culturally for our sport?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's for sure more of us, which is nice, and I feel we are not afraid to be outspoken and to really be ourselves and hold ourselves how we want and how we want people to see.
Right.
Even Taylor, we were talking about how she's doing her own line, because she's like, hey, if people don't want to really give me stuff or do this and that, I'm going to do it my own.
As she should.
I'm going to do it on my own.
Yeah.
As she should, and she looks unreal in it. So I think we're just happy and just being ourselves a lot more and not being afraid.
Absolutely. I feel like you guys are coming out of your shell. You're really showing your personalities and you're being true to who you are and really putting on for where you guys came from. I mean, I've spoken to, Clervy, and she talked about her Cameroonian roots and how deep those are and how she wants to use her platform to showcase that. And I think it's incredible that, she has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So.
And I think we're doing a good job, I feel, in juniors, because there's not a lot of African Americans there too, there's always this unspoken thing where it's like, who's the best? And I feel like it's like a really secretive, not really spoken about,
like
but you feel it. It's a competition within it, and it's like, it shouldn't be like that.
I agree.
And I feel we all do a really good job now of like welcoming it. I love seeing Robin, Clervy, Taylor, everyone in general. There's enough success to go around. Why are we, trying to be the best in that group? Like, we should all be helping each other out, which I think we all do a great job of, which I'm really proud of, because we're together, you know?
That's so real. I think back to juniors, and I feel that there was always like one spot for the African
one spot, and
it was one spot. They're only going to give you one spot. There's only one opportunity, so everyone is fighting each other.
Yeah.
And now I do agree that people are helping each other grow instead of fighting and trying to keep each other down.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the biggest changes.
Wow.
I think so. You can feel it. It's not fake. It's really cool to see.
Do you have any hobbies outside of tennis that you're really interested in?
I mean, general. For me, business-wise, I want to branch out with things like better. But I'm not really focused on that. One thing I really love doing is just trying to donate my time and give back.
Yes, I remember was it 2 years ago that we were doing the same foundation event?
That was so fun.
That was really fun.
That was fun, yeah. But other than that, like, I like hiking, I like shopping. I mean, if we're talking about those kind of hobbies, I can go on for a while, but.
we can talk about shopping for a minute. But how does your style, what do you use for your style? Like, what do you think that does for you with your personality, and how do you show your style through your personality?
I would say day by day. I love dressing up, but it just kind of depends how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in tennis clothes and sports clothes so much, and it's comfortable, but I do like to try and get dressed up when I can, and even if it's, usually I'm in sneakers.
Okay.
That's what I am comfortable.
I love it. I love your little drip.
Yeah. Thanks. But yeah, I don't know. I try and play around with it. Like, I love to shop, and I see all these looks, and I try and do it, but then sometimes I'm just too lazy. So I need to start at least wearing the things I buy.
Yes.
But you, on the other hand, I'm like, okay.
But it's just so much fun. I think for so long when you're an athlete, and as I've transitioned a little bit out to something else, you're always just focused on your sport, and you're always in athleisure, you're always just in sweats and running around. And now I have a little bit more time, and I'm like, wait, I really love fashion.
Yeah. No, but you look amazing.
I appreciate
But I feel
it.
you have places to go to.
I have places to go.
Find places to go.
I will bring you with me.
Yeah, please. If I'm going to dinner, sometimes I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But even then, I need to do better. I need to start dressing up more.
I also, you keep touching your hair, and I have to, no, because this is actually the most stunning ring I have ever seen in my life. When did this happen? Tell me the story.
It happened Sunday. It's very, very fresh.
Sunday?
Yeah, very fresh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, how
Thank
did you do
you.
it, if you don't mind me asking?
No, it's fine. We were camping, another one of my hobbies. And so in Canada, they have, on the West Coast, they
my
have
kind of guy.
very blue lakes.
Yes, very true.
Yeah, so really blue lakes. We were camping, we were leaving, and we drove to this scenic lookout. And I was taking photos. I did not think he had a ring, so I finished.
It was a complete surprise.
It was a surprise. I thought it would come maybe after US Open this year for sure, but I didn't know when. And we were looking at the scenic lookout, and he's like, oh, take some more. I was taking photos, and he's like, oh, take some more photos. I was like, okay, that's weird, but also,
whatever.
You don't need to convince me to do that. And he was kind of rummaging, getting something in our car, and then when I finished taking my second round of photos, I turned around, he was on one knee. He's like, will you marry me? He was so nervous. It was the cutest thing. It was really intimate, no documentation, which I loved. We just took a video after.
It was a moment for you too.
It was very us, just in the middle of Canada, no service. It was so nice. And I'm still trying to take it in, but being in New York and going to all these places, and obviously I have a new piece of jewelry.
I know.
People see it, but we're really excited. I'm really excited.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
It made my day.
Thank you.
Is there anything
Francis.
Yeah. But is there anything that you want people to know about you that you think they don't? Do you think people see you for Asia Muhammad, the tennis player, or is there something that's missing that you want them to see you as Asia Muhammad, the...
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I'm going there.
Yeah. I've never really thought about that, but I just hope people, when they're Asia Muhammad, I just hope they are she always really appreciates where she came from, and she really left the sport better than she came and when she had it, which is, I feel, the most important thing, and what molds me into the person I am, and what I try and do is I do want to leave it better for especially the younger girls. Look at the great group we have coming up. I want it to be even better for them than what I had and what all of us had. So I just feel that's what people see.
You want to leave a mark.
Yeah, I want to leave a mark.
A positive mark. And I think
Yes,
you do
positive
that
mark.
on court, but obviously with everything that you're doing off court, again, donating your time, volunteering, it doesn't go unnoticed. And I think you're an incredible person, incredible player, and I'm always happy and always cheering from you from the sidelines.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you coming
Make
up.
me so happy when I see you. I'm like, oh.
No, it's so much fun. But I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Of course.